Okay, good morning to everyone. Today we will do the northwest corner rule, how to use this northwest corner rule in order to solve transportation problem. That will be covered up in today's class. Okay. So as I told you yesterday that what is transportation problem all about? This is all about minimizing the cost of transporting some commodity or goods from one source or from one origin to one destination. Now there will be set of origins, there will be set of destinations given to you, and you will have to transport the item from the origin one to from the origins to the destinations in such a way that the overall cost gets minimized. That is our objective. Okay, so this is the first rule that is used in yesterday's PDF also, that we were discussing. The third page, I think you had seen that there are three methods for obtaining the optimal solution for a transportation problem. Here also we will use the term optimal solution. Okay, here also we will use the term optimal solution, and there are three methods to find out the optimal solution of a given transportation problem. The first one is northwest corner rule, the second one is least cost method or matrix minima method, and the third one is called Vogel's approximation method. Also in short it is known as VAM. Okay, so we are starting with northwest corner rule. This northwest corner and the least cost method are not widely used. As the Vogel's approximation method. Okay, so the third one is very important. So we will spend 2 days in solving sums in from the first two methods. After that, directly we move on to VAM. So I will today show you one sum and the technique how it is done, and in the second page there is another sum that you will do on your own, this sum. Okay, so in class we will discuss this one, this first one. So both are same, so just a second, and people are still joining in. Okay, now see in this problem what is given. Now you should be very attentive. Okay, when I'm discussing this, when I will explain this, no, you should be very attentive, otherwise you will miss the track. There is a track. There is a track for solving this transportation problem with the help of northwest corner rule. So if you don't be attentive, then you will you will just miss the track and you will not be able to understand. So all of you, please wake up. Those who are sleeping, please wake up and listen to me. Those who did not do LPP properly, you also please wake up and listen to me properly. Now see, here what is given. It is given, obtain the initial basic feasible solution of a transportation problem whose cost and what is it? Rim requirement table is given below. Okay. Rim requirement. Okay, that means rim is a product. So in this transportation problem, 4 origins are given. All of you listen to me very properly. In the row side, the origins are given, and in the column sides, destinations are given. Rows have been notified by O1, O2, O3 and O4, and destinations have been notified by D1, D2 and D3. Okay, and what are these figures inside the table? These are nothing but the costs. Okay, these are nothing but the costs. And what is this? The last column under supply. This is the number of the product, number of units of the product that can be supplied from origin 1. What is this 5? This 5 is the number of units of the product which can be supplied from the origin O1. 8 units can be supplied from the origin O2. Then 7 units can be supplied from origin O3 and 14 units can be supplied from origin O4. Alright, these are the supply capacity. That means above this much units It cannot be supplied from the given or given origins. Okay, the supply means that. And what is demand? Demand means in these destinations D1, D2 and D3, 7, 9 and 18 units are required, are demanded in these destinations. Okay, so 5, 8, 7 and 14 are the number of units that can be supplied maximum from the origins O1, O2, O3, O4 respectively. Okay, and these 7, 9 and 18 are demanded from the destinations D1, D2 and D3. Clear? And what are these inside the table? These are the costs. This is 2 means this is the cost for transporting 1 unit of the product from origin O1 to D1. What is 7? 7 is the cost of transporting 1 unit of the product from the origin O1 to D2. Like that the costs are given. Okay. So in the problem the costs will be given for transporting the good from one origin to one destination. Individual cost will be given. Then the maximum number of units that can be supplied from each of the origin, that will be given. And another thing that will be given is the quantity that is demanded in the destinations. That will be given. Okay? Any doubt in this? If not, if yes, you can ask. Okay? Now see, when you receive a transportation problem like this and it has been asked to use northwest corner rule, what is your first step? Your first step is, listen to me from this time onwards very carefully. Okay, your first step is to check whether this last column total and the last row total are same or not. Okay, your first step after receiving a transportation problem is to check whether the last column total and the last row total are same or not. What does it indicate? The number of units of demand and the number of units of supply are equal or not. Understood? So here you see 14 plus 7, 21, 21 plus 8, 29, 29 plus 5, 34. And in this side, 18 plus 9, 27, 27 plus 7, 34. Okay? So the last row total and the last column total are equal. So this is called a balanced transportation problem. This is, you should write, okay? Step 1, you write like this. For the first sum, you should write the step, otherwise you will forget. So in the step 1, you will see, also no need to write also because it is there in yesterday's PDF, in last page it is there. Okay, so in case you forget, you can refer to that. Alright, so in solution, what we will write first? We will write, since summation of AI, you write like this in solution. Question no need to write, you would write it after the class, okay? But here in solution, you write, since summation AI, I should be in the subscript, okay? You write, since summation AI equals to 34 equals to summation Bj, J should be in subscript. So what you wrote? You wrote, since summation AI equals to 34 equals to summation Bj, comma, what does it indicate? This indicates that the problem is not only a balanced problem, but also you write after comma, you write, there exists a feasible solution to the transportation problem. There exists a feasible solution to the transportation problem. Alright, if the last column total and the last row total are same, this means two things. One is this problem is a balanced one, and the second important thing is it indicates that there exists a feasible solution to this problem, which is very important to identify, because in LPP also we have seen in some cases there were signs of non-existence of any feasible solution. So here in transportation problem, at the beginning itself you can find out that whether there is a chance of whether there exists a feasible solution or not. This is the way to understand that. Okay. Now see, no need to write these steps. It is already there in the last page of your yesterday's PDF. Third page it is there. Okay. Now all of you please open your eyes and listen to me. Open your eyes and open your ears both at the same time. Now see, in this rule is what? Northwest corner rule. Northwest corner rule, right? Now if this is if suppose this is a land, which is the northwest side of this land, which is the northwest side of this land, this is this upper part is north side, this right hand side is east, this left hand side is west, and this lower side is south, isn't it? North, south, east and west. Now if I want to identify the northwest corner, which one will be the northwest corner? Tell me. Anyone knows the answer or not? Which one is the northwest corner? Yes? Someone unmuted. Tell me.
Top left hand side.
Top left hand side, yes. This one is the northwest corner. Okay, that means 2, 5, 2 you can see, no, this one is the northwest corner. Okay, now see, first you draw this table. All of you follow me and draw this table. This boxes you draw, little bit of big boxes you will draw, having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Draw this table having 5 columns and 6 rows. Quickly draw this table having 5 columns and 6 rows. At the top, you name as D1, D2, D3 and supply. The boxes should be a bigger one than the questions one, okay? So you write D1, D2, D3. In the row side, you write O1, O2, O3, O4. There are 4 origins, 3 destinations. So you write D1, D2, D3 at the top. And at the left hand side, you write O1, O2, O3, O4. Then you write supply and demand. Supply at the last column heading and demand as the last row heading. Now, the costs that are given to you, that also you write, but you make small boxes at the top right corner. Make boxes, and under the box you write the costs from the question. Write from your screen because you cannot see the question now. So write from your screen the what we are doing. We are bringing the costs that are given in your question and making small boxes on the top right corner and writing the cost inside those boxes. This 2, 7, 4, 3, 3, 1, 5, 4, 7, 1, 6, 2. These are what? These are the costs that are being brought from the question. These were given and we are making small boxes in each of the big box. And then inside the box, we are writing the costs. Quickly write it out. It will be, I'm going row wise. You write 2, 7, 4. Next row 3, 3, 1. Third row 5, 4, 7. not third row, I mean O3, and O4 is 1, 6, 2. 2, 7, 4, 3, 3, 1, 5, 4, 7, 1, 6, 2. Okay? Don't write the circle part, okay? That is the solution, I'll explain. Don't write it now. And under the supply heading, you write, these were 5, 8, 7, 14. Under supply, you write 5, 8, 7, 14. 5, 8, 7, 14. And corresponding to demand, you write 7, 9, 18. 7, 9, 18. Corresponding to supply, you write 5, 8, 7, 14. And demand, you will write 7, 9, 18. 7, 9, 18. Okay? And then at the corner, you write 34 because it is the total of both the last column and the last row. So you will write 34. Okay? Now see. Now all of you listen to me. We will start from the northwest corner. Which is the northwest corner? This box having the cost 2 at the top left hand side is your northwest corner. Okay? So we will start from that corner. Here, now see, here the supply corresponding to this particular box, the supply total is how much? Supply total is how much? Supply total is
5.
5.
5.
34.
Is 5. 5. And the demand total is 7. Right? Supply total is 5 and demand total is 7. You will, someone please mute yourself. Someone's microphone is unmuted. Now, you will take the lowest one out of these two. Out of 5 and out of 7, you will take the lowest one. Which is the lowest one? Lowest one is
5.
5. So, lowest one is 5. That's why you will write 5 in this box and circle it. This is the allocation. This is called allocation. Whose microphone is unmuted? Okay, so out of 5 and 7, the lowest one is 5. So you will allocate 5 in this box and put a circle. Okay, once you put a circle on this 5, then you strike off 5 because this is gone. You have accumulated this supply unit. You strike off and write a 0. In the supply side, from there you have taken 5, so you strike off 5 and write a 0. Okay. Now you have striked off 5 and written a 0. From the column side, you have also taken 5. This 5 is going from here as well as here also. Okay. So you will also strike off 7, but you will not write 0 because still 2 is left. Isn't it? You have taken 5 from the 7, but 2 is left. So you will strike off 7 and write a 2 in the first column under D1. If you are not understanding, you should unmute and ask, okay? So you have taken 5, you have taken the lowest one out of the row total and the column total. The lowest one you have taken and the lowest one is 5. So you have written 5 here. Since you have already allocated 5 units here, so you will strike off on both the sides. You will have to deduct 5 from both the sides. So 5 you will deduct from the first row, that is from origin 1 total. You strike off 5 and write a 0 because total 5 is gone. And in the D1 total it was 7. So you will strike off 7 and you will write 2 because 2 is still there. right? 2 is still there. Now you see, this is a very important line. If the column total is more than the row total, this column total, yesterday we have seen that general table, and it was BI, BJ, isn't it? B1, B2, B3, it was like that. So if this B is more than this A, that means if the column total is more than the row total in that particular box for which you are doing the allocation, then you should move downward. You should move downward from that box. That means now you will come to this box, this second box. This second box, that means O2D1 box. Understood? If this column side is more, then you move downward. If the row side is more, you move right side. Okay, this is this rule. This is very interesting. If the column side is more, you move downward. If the row side is more, you move right side. Understood? Now you see, here the column side was more. 7 was more than 5. So we will move downward. In downward box, what is in our hand? 2 is left here. In the first column, 2 is left. And in the row total, how much is there? Anyone tell me? In the row total, how much is there for this particular box? We are in the second box now. The column total is 2 because we have already taken 5 from 7. So 2 is there. And the row total is how much? Tell me.
Ma'am, 0.
Ma'am, 8.
8. Why 0? Who said 0? Why 0? Have you written the entire box in your copy? Don't do that. Follow my step, follow my words, then you do. Okay. It is 8. We have not striked off anything from here. It is 8. Here from in this second box, in the first column total, we have striked off 5. So we had 2. But in this row total, we have 6. We have not striked off anything, isn't it? So it will be 8. 8. It was 8, no, in the question. It was 8. Yeah, 8. So now you will compare 8 and 2. You will compare 8 and 2. Out of 8 and 2, lowest is 2. So you will allocate 2 here. Okay. 2 is the lowest one out of 2 and 8. So you will allocate 2 in this box. Alright. Then when you are allocating 2 in this box, then you have to strike off on both the sides. So you are striking off this 2 from this column total, and you will be left with 0. Am I correct? Because 2 minus 2 will give you 0. And on the row total, we had 8. We have taken 2 from 8. Isn't it? We have taken 2 from 8. So we will strike off 8 and write 6 because 6 is left. From 8, 2 you have allocated and 6 is still left. So you write 6. Correct? Now you see, when we were allocating, we were comparing what? We were comparing 2 and 8. Am I correct? We were comparing 2 and 8. And out of 2 and 8, 8 is the bigger one. That means in the column side, it is the bigger one. The row total is bigger one, isn't it? Row total is bigger one. If this is so, we move to the right side. Understood? If this column total had been more, we would have moved downward. Now this row total was more, so we are moving right side. Understood? Any doubt, please unmute and ask. Okay. So we are moving right side. Now in the right side, that means in the very next box, we have 3 costs in that box. That means we are now in O2D2. We are now in O2D2. In O2D2, what we have? In the column total, what we have? Tell me in the column total what we have? In the
9.
column total, 9.
9.
And the row total, how much we have? Row total?
6.
6.
It is 6 because from 8 we have taken 2. Now we have 6. So we will compare 9 from the row or column total and 6 in the row total. So out of 9 and 6, how much is less? 6 is the lowest. So we will take 6 and allocate 6 in this box. We will allocate 6 in this box. Okay? And now we will do the striking off part. Later on we will see where to move, downward or right side. So let us do the striking off part first. So out from 6, you have taken 6. So you will strike off 6 and 0 will be left. Correct? In the column total, it was 9. From 9, you have taken 6. So how much is left? 3. So you will strike off 9 and write 3. Because from 9, you have taken 6. So left over is 3. Correct? Now you see, we were comparing 9 and 6. Isn't it? We were comparing 9 and 6. Out of 9 and 6, 9 is bigger. That means column total is bigger. If column total is bigger, where do we move? Tell me, right side or downward? If the column downward, we move downward. So we are now in this box. It is O3D2. Everyone should understand this. I'm telling you, everyone should understand. I can spend 2-3 days on this, but I want everyone to understand this. If anyone is not understanding, you should unmute and ask. And you should be very attentive. Why? Because you can see one step is totally linked to the other step. If you don't understand one step, you can't understand the next step. Okay, so now we are in this box. We have O3D2. In O3D2, let us see what we have in hand. We have 3 in the column total and we have 7 in the row total, isn't it? We have 7 in the row total and 3 in the column total. Out of 7 and 3, 3 is lowest. So we will allocate 3 in this box. We will allocate 3 in this box. Then we will do the striking off part. Later on we will see where to move, downward or right hand side. So let us do the striking off part. We had taken 3 from here. So we strike off 3 and write a 0 because 3 gone. 3 has been allocated. And from the row total, how much we have taken? We have taken again 3. So we strike off 7 and we write 4. 4 is left. From 7 we have taken 3. Correct? Now tell me, where will we move? Downward or right hand side? We are comparing 3 and 7. We were comparing 3 and 7. So this row total is more than the column total. If the row total is more, we move right hand side. Correct? We move right hand side. So we are moving right hand side and we are in this box. This is O3D3. O3D3 we are. So in O3D3, what we have, let us see. We have 4 because from 7 we had allocated 3 in this box and we had 4. And in the column total we have how much? We have 18. Nothing has been allocated from here. So we have 18. 18 and 4. Out of 18 and 4, which one is the lowest? 4 is the lowest. So you will allocate 4. Correct? Now let us do striking off. From 4 you have taken 4. So you will strike off 4 and write a 0. Here in the column total, it was 18 and we have taken 4. So how much is left? 18 minus 4, that is 14 is left. So we write 14. Striking off 18, we will write 14. Okay. Now let us see where will we move. We were comparing 18 and 4. So obviously the column total is more. If column total is more, we move downside. Downward we move. Obviously we'll have to move downward. There is no box on the right hand side. We'll have to move downward. Following the rule, we will move. Okay. Don't think that since there is no boxes, so we are moving. You should think that following the rule, it is column total is more than the row total, so we are moving downward. If we move downward, Now you check what we have left. It will match. You see, this will match just like a number game. It is 14 in this column total and 14 also in the row total. See, it matched. It should match. If your sum is correct, it should match. So 14 and 14, you will allocate 14 from both the side and strike a 14 and write on both the side. Understood? Is it clear? 14, 14 we are allocating. Okay. Now we should calculate the total cost. How to calculate total cost? We had allocated, the number of units, and we had put a circle, and there is a number in the boxes also. Already it was there in the cost part. So while allocating, this boxes number should not be taken into consideration. Only the supply total, demand total, those should be taken into consideration. Okay. But now we will take this boxes numbers into consideration in order to calculate the total cost. So what will be the total cost? Listen to me carefully. It will be 5 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 6 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus 4 into 7 plus 14 into 2. What we are doing? We are multiplying the circled number with the respective boxes numbers in that big box. We are just multiplying the numbers and adding them. Understood? Tell me if you have not understood. Is it clear to everyone? See, if anyone has not understood, do tell me. I'll again repeat the same sum tomorrow, or I will explain the next sum again tomorrow. I'll do that. If it is clear to everyone, okay, it's very easy, but you had to be attentive. Those who were not attentive, they will not understand. So I'm telling you, please tell me if you have not understood. I will again repeat tomorrow. I'll repeat tomorrow. Okay. Okay, we are already running out of time. You go and join the next class and don't leave. Okay, let me take the attendance and you join from a different link. Can it be done? Those who are doing from cell phone, I don't think so. Okay, just wait for 1 minute. I'm taking attendance. Huh? Okay, fine. I have taken snaps. I will give you attendance from that. Okay, you leave and join the next class.